My soul tribe, how are you? I'm not having a good day. I woke up in a weird energy today, and I was feeling really sad this morning, and I was crying, and not really about anything. It's just the energy. I'm feeling this heavy energy. Even right now when I'm talking about it, I'm like, I want to cry. And one thing I want to talk about is learning how to listen to your body, learning how to listen to your intuition, and not pushing yourself to do things when you're not in the right energy, and allowing yourself to take a break. And that's the advice I give you. So when I was in that energy today, I thought I had like readings planned and everything, and I thought I have a pick a card sitting right there that I'm going to work on tomorrow. But I thought my energy just doesn't feel right. I'm feeling intuitively like I need to lay down and just have a nap. So that's what I did. So I do feel a bit better now that I listened to my intuition and I took a break. But I wanted to come on and spend some time with my soul tribe, of course. And I let my intuition guide me to a deck before this reading. And I don't use this deck a lot, but I feel it's called the Sacred Creators Oracle, and it's by the same creator of the Light Seers Tarot. By the way, Soul Tribe reading, pointless information. I actually recently bought myself a new copy of the Light Seers Tarot, and I don't know how I feel about it. This is my deck. Oh, we have the Hierophant on the bottom. This is my very first deck. Like, I feel so nostalgic about it, thinking about when I went to pick out my very first tarot deck. Somebody said, pick out a deck that speaks to you, or the energy speaks to you. And my method is I go into the store, if it's not online, and I look at the decks and I wait to be energetically called to one. I know this sounds, ooh, but it's true. This is how energy works. Like the rocks. But I gravitated towards the Light Seers Tarot. I'd seen some readers use it. And again, very nostalgic. Out of all my decks, this was my very first deck. It's the one I've used the most. It's the one I used during my, awakening journey. Oftentimes, it's the first one that I reach for when I need guidance. But I've noticed, it's seen better days, and I've decided that I'm going to retire this one, like for myself. I'm going to put it in my memory box or whatever, so that it's just mine. No, I'm not being selfish. I just heard my dad in my head. Like, oh, Kelly's so selfish. No. But it's very important to me, and I notice, like, when I shuffle it now, all the cards are sticking together, and I still love this deck, but I felt like it was time to retire it for myself and get a new one and get some new energy up in here. Don't know why I'm telling you all of this, but there you go. So wouldn't it be great if we could like go for coffee and we could all just sit around? We could take over the world. No, I'm just kidding. Or am I? Anyway, I grabbed this deck because the topic of creating and your soul path and putting yourself out there and all of that has been coming up in every Soul Tribe reading. And we have the Hierophant here. So Hierophant, you could be, looking to be a mentor, to mentor others. So let's get into it. Beautiful energy, as someone who is on the Hierophant path, I recommend it to everybody. Everybody should be doing it. Anyway, so I thought I'd come on and give you some encouragement in case you don't have anybody encouraging you to chase your dreams. Somebody said yesterday in my comment section that there was a book that they wrote and they're thinking it's time to rewrite it. Yeah, rewrite that book. Give it a rewrite with your new, I'm sure you've changed since you first wrote it. Give it a rewrite. Follow your dreams. We have the Now 47. Well, I looked at it, now I have to read it. I looked at it, I made eye contact. The Now, being in the right place at the right time, divine timing, a sense of time speeding up as you move towards your dream. A reminder that time is on your side. Time, I'm just going to read it to you. It's on page 99, and I don't believe in accidents. 99, beautiful. Time is always on your side. The universe has brought you right here, right now. Right here, right now. We made this agreement somewhere at some time before we came to this earth. You and I. I told you this. We made this agreement that we would meet here on my YouTube channel. You're the one that made the plans, not me. No, it was both of us. So be here now. Nothing else is tangible. You cannot change the past. You can only change the future by making changes today. Your now is always the only important... Nope, that's not what that says. Where was I? Your now is always the only moment when you can actively inspire change. So go ahead and hunker down and take a moment to enjoy a few full deep breaths. Notice the wonderful life you have already started creating and trust that you have all the time you need. When you stop seeing time as something to work against, change can happen quickly in the blink of an eye. Things shift quickly when you are aligned with the divine. Your miracle will flow into your life in perfect arrangement, so begin to act in a way that shows that you trust in its arrival. Bathe your present day in the experience of your success instead of looking to the far-off future to finally realize your dream. And I think that's something that we all struggle with, is obsessing about time. Like, I hear it, I do sometimes. I hear it, when I'm talking to other people talking about time. And I think that we really do need to release this concept of timing. I was also thinking about something else while I was reading that. Very strange. I am a recovering alcoholic. And to be honest, when I first started to stop drinking, I was counting every day because I felt like it gave me power. But eventually counting that I'm one more day sober, I'm this many days sober, I'm this many, it almost brought more awareness to it in a sense. So eventually I stopped counting. Do I celebrate every year? Of course I do. On my sobriety birthday, February 9th. I always celebrate February 9th. But I had to stop thinking about it in terms of time. Does that make sense? It's like when your manifestations, like let's say you're manifesting something and you're like, oh, well, I started manifesting that thing 6 months ago and it's still not here. I started manifesting it 7 months ago and it's still not here. 8 months ago and it's still not here. That can cause blockages when it comes to divine timing. So we need to release that concept of time because time really is a freaking illusion. Anyway, let's see what you need to hear, my soul tribe. We have one right away. We have the good kind, 35. Now, I have to talk about this one because this one is in reverse. And it's number 5, the Hierophant, which I just showed you on the Light Seers Tarot. But this is in reverse. And it says, move beyond intention to belief. So it could be that you have all these intentions and you intend to, manifest, and you intend to do your spiritual work, and you intend to do this, and you intend to do that, and you're writing your intentions, but maybe you don't quite believe it. And I always tell people you need to believe it in order for your miracle to come true. If you don't believe in it, it's never going to happen. If you believe that what you're wishing for is not attainable, you're never going to attain it. You have to believe in your manifestations. Listen, I'm talking to myself here too, because I'm still someone who struggles with that. Anyway, let's see what this card is about in reverse, this number 5. Interesting. I just opened up to Welcome the Divine Masculine, 40, and it makes me think of yesterday. When, maybe it wasn't yesterday, all the days are blending together with my soul tribe readings. But I know that we just did a soul tribe reading where we were talking about embodying masculine energy, and I'm not talking about gender, in order to go after what you want and what you deserve. The Emperor goes after what they want. The Emperor goes after starting their own business. So maybe you're still working to embody some masculine energy and knowing your worth. But let me go to the next part. So the one on the bottom, I'm just going to read you the self-care message because it's in reverse. So I feel like I'm just going to read you the self-care message. Overthinking can spoil the magic. Just take that as it resonates. That's a card that's underneath it. Self-care message, getting stuck in the status quo, a time to challenge institutional beliefs, letting go of old ways of thinking that you have outgrown, learning to navigate as a new age thinker in old age circumstance, the need to cultivate more faith. So you could be resonating with that, maybe not. I'm going to read the card. Spirit's telling me to read the card to you. You are a spiritual being. Why am I doing that? I'm just going to hold the card up for you. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give you something else to look at. Visualization. Look at this. You are a spiritual being. You have light working charisma in spades, Hierophant energy, 5-5. You have the glow of a leader and the ability to bring people together under a common umbrella for a unified goal. Use your powerful voice and your message to inspire people. There's the tickling. Use your powerful voice and your message to inspire people and show them the way by walking the talk. Seek to serve and move from intention to a place of unquestionable belief. You are being asked to untether your faith so that it can multiply and flourish. Let's just all let those, it almost makes me feel of being, like, it's the feeling of being tethered to like a lower vibrational energy, for example. Let's all release that, you know? Remember that there is no need to follow anyone else without first checking in with your own wise heart. Are you holding on to old ways of thinking without questioning them? What beliefs are you growing into? Allow Spirit to show you how to believe, how to really believe, because that is how your intentional, miraculous, and spectacular life thrives. Choose your beliefs, write them down, know that they will guide you through any hardship you face. Say them out loud and hear the conviction in your voice. State your future for the universe to hear, and when you do, you will unlock a beautiful symphony of success. All right, now let's read the card that actually came out. The sun just came out. It was such a rainy, gloomy, kind of up and down weather kind of day, and now the sun is shining. And now I'm hearing the sun will come out tomorrow. Who else liked Annie? I did. I especially liked the song It's a Hard Knock Life. Also, my favorite orphan in that movie was Pepper, which could be why I named my dog Pepper. And Pepper was a tomboy. Pepper was, you know, misunderstood. If you know what I'm talking about, you are my people. If you know what I'm talking about with Pepper, you are my people. Pepper lacked empathy. Pepper was misunderstood anyway. Oh dear. The good kind, bringing love and kindness to your situation, honest and fulfilling work, acting from the heart, the bounty of a job well done, doing the right thing, serving with love, finding joy in the simple pleasures of life, seeking simplicity and goodness in your solution. Sweet Spirit, why are you working so hard? Really, what do you hope to gain in your current situation? So this could be something that, this could be many things. This could be love. This could be a job that, you know, you're working and working and working at, and it's not bringing you the success and abundance you desire. Let's just keep going. What do you really hope to gain in your current situation? Money, security, notoriety, love, acceptance, worthiness, growth? What are you working to find? Alongside whatever words your subconscious mind served up for you, add these two words, goodness and kindness. Allow these good old-fashioned vibrations to cut through the fog of your worries and let them lead you as you do the work. We get a massive energetic upgrade when we witness and partake in simple, virtuous gestures, and we undervalue them all the time. Allow them to be an important part of your solution. Goodness asks you to seek simple joys, to unplug, and to do something because it's the right thing to do, not because of what you will gain. So maybe you're someone who, I always talk about, doing it for the right reasons, doing it for you, doing it for the greater good, not doing it for money, not doing it for fame, not doing it to find the love of your life kind of thing. It has to be about you. Kindness asks you to help someone out just because, to look at the potential instead of just the flaws, to listen with an open heart, to witness without judgment. Modern society can often paint these virtues as naive, superficially, light and love, or even insincere. But woe my goodness, genuine goodwill and selflessness will always open the most rewarding doors. Try some good and kind on for size, because they may be way more fresh and alive than you remember, and they are always, always the good kind of undertaking. How can you lift yourself by lifting others? It's time to do the work, the good work. What does this mean to you? How can you shift focus from the metrics, the tech, the marketing, the drama, and the complex, and find a simple option that is rooted in kindness and goodness? So take that as it resonates. Let's get a few more. What does my soul tribe need to hear? I love that card. The giggle card. We got the giggle card. When I still get it sometimes, but when I first started my channel, people were like so upset about my giggling and my laugh. And, it took a long time for people to understand that I'm just vibrating on a higher level. It's my inner child shining through. It's not, insensitivity or insecurity or any of the other things that people were telling me it was. And what I've learned is that when someone says something to you like that, it says more about them. It says more about them. If someone was telling me that I was insecure for laughing, it's because they're insecure. If someone was telling me that I lacked empathy because I was laughing, it's because somewhere in their life they lack empathy. Does that make sense? And lower vibrational energies will tell you, like my dad, that's just your way of being selfish. That's just your way of this. That's just your way of avoiding this and that. It's the truth. And it took me a really long time to see through that veil that it was the truth, but it is the truth. And that's how I feel anytime someone makes a nasty comment. It's like, oh, that's about them. It took me way too long to realize that. And that's what I'm teaching my kids. So hopefully they, understand that lesson. Anyway, we have 40. The edge of evolution is messy. And this, I love this card. Because it's the truth. The edge of evolution is messy. It doesn't feel all rainbows and butterflies and unicorns. It's, crying on the bathroom floor. It's losing people. It's questioning things. It's things falling away. It's not easy. But if it's getting messy, it means you're on the right path. 40. And I was talking about 40, Emperor energy. Evolution of the soul, rapid change, growth, and a plethora of new opportunities, surrendering to uncertainty. And the other card you had was 35, which equals 8. And this is 85, and you had 5, the Hierophant. So 3, 8, and 5 could be symbolic to you. The edge of change. Actually, I'm going to read the self-care message in case anybody needs to hear it. A need to trust, not being able to see the light at the end of the tunnel, accepting new teachings and the wonderful unknown, giving yourself permission to fail in order to grow. The edge of change is a veritable cornucopia of opportunity. When you think of life as a giant, ever-expanding puzzle, you will see that growth begins at the edges and that most of the excitement happens just beyond the boundaries of what you can perceive. And it happens just beyond the edges of your comfort zone. As things shift and germinate around you, you may notice how uncertain it feels. I don't know if you can hear that, but there's seagulls outside, seagulling. Whatever the noise is. Like, if it was a crow, I would say crowing. So I'm going to say seagulling. They're out there seagulling. Yesterday, after my soul tribe reading, I went and sat outside and I had 2 seagulls like circling above me. They were just circling. It was beautiful. Anyway, it's time to bring yourself to your personal growth edge and look into the abyss of creation. Poke your toe in the open space that lies beyond, and the right opportunity will, as if by magic, move into your awareness. This magical, changing expanse is surging with the building blocks of all creation. This is where source energy is working on your behalf, bringing you the opportunities you have asked for. Everything and anything is possible during this time of rapid transformation. And as you stand at the precipice of your beautiful evolution, know that this energy is organic and malleable. Begin directing the landscapes of your reality that are coming into form. And I'm just going to read you the reflection things. Are you giving yourself permission to try new things and to quite possibly fail a few times in order to find out what works? Do you rejoice in the unknown and partake in the adventure of your own evolution? Why not, or how? What areas of your life are you actively evolving? And what puzzle pieces are you calling in to work with? If you could choose, what would be the next big piece to arrive? Interesting. And we also have magic happens when you most expect it. 44, 444. Shout out to my friend who that number is symbolic. You told me that once. That friend that I reconnected with, you told me that once, and I never forgot it. And every time I see 444, I think of you. You are living poetry, 32. So we have 2 more cards to read here, so let's get it. 44 is first. Lots of 4s. A powerful, sacred creator, the potential to call you... Blah, 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 blah. I'm skipping over my words. That's not the right card. This is the right card. I'm skipping over my words. A powerful, sacred creator, the potential to call your dreams into reality, the awakening of forgotten energies, the subtle shifts of your physical world as your mindset changes, the mysterious will of Source, the divine, your subconscious mind, finding and following the signs. I'm going to read the self-care message because I think it's symbolic to some people. Manifesting change and stagnation at the same time, crossing signals. And that's something people do. Like, people manifest change, but then there's certain things that they don't want to change, if that makes sense. The example that I come across most is people who are manifesting new love, but they're still manifesting old love. Does that make sense? Like, it's like they can't make up their mind. Do they want their person back, or do they want new love? So they're manifesting new love, but they don't want to let go of their old one. They want to hold on to that stagnant energy, and it creates blockages, cross signals, mixed wires to your guides. They're like, we don't know what you want. I'm almost seeing, like, you know, someone ordering something online or putting in, like, I don't know why I was hearing Sears catalog. That's a weird one. Kids, that was our entertainment when we were young. Around Christmas time, the Sears catalog would come, because we didn't have, like, all this online promotion and commercials and things like that. I'm not that old. But I remember when that Sears catalog came, the wish list, the Sears wish list. Man, that was a fun time for us. Again, if anybody knows what I'm talking about, you're my people. Working on manifesting with your mind, yet operating in scarcity mode with your heart, missing the signs of serendipity because you don't believe they are coming. So lots of people see signs and synchronicities and then don't look them up, or don't believe that they're coming. So they're like, oh, I saw 444 on the timer. That doesn't mean anything because this isn't coming true. It's like the universe sending you signs and you actively ignoring them because you don't have that belief. Remember, I talked about that belief, about having to believe in yourself if it's going to work. I just really, this has nothing to do with anything, but just to the person who said the hummingbird was asking me to get it a feeder. I did. I did get the hummingbird a feeder. I did. It's not here yet, but I did. Let's get into this. Magic happens when you most expect it. In a life full of structure and rules and the oh so very unmagical excuse of coincidence, there's no such thing as a coincidence. There's no such thing. That's what I've learned. And I've, spent months talking to you guys about following the magic, following your wisps. And when you believe in the magic, more magic happens. Even crazier things happen. Almost to the point where it's, you feel very connected with Source, God, the universe, whatever it is that you resonate with. For me, it's, I wasn't raised religious. So for me, it's more about spirit and the universe. But I'm someone now who respects people who are religious and believe in God and things like that. Whereas in the past, I was very opinionated about that type of stuff. And why? Because I was threatened by it. And, maybe I was triggered because deep down I did believe, Anyway, 444. 444! I'm sorry. It's 444 here. As I'm reading card 44. One needs to expect magic to happen in order to prime the pump and bring it in. Actually, one needs to actively be waiting and watching for it. Magic and serendipity show up in your life all the time, yet they are often missed when they surface in ways that we least expect them to. It's time to call things into being by setting an intention, taking action on that intention, and expecting it to work. Watch for proof that it's coming to you and prepare for a few, oh my goodness, holy crap, it's working moments. Yeah. Or what I say, crazy pants. Moments when offers, opportunities, experiences, freebies, and all the guiding help you need begin to show up. As you awaken miracles with an incredibly magical mindset, start writing down the signs as they arrive. This active co-creation with the universe will build upon the simple magic of serendipity, and the proof that your dreams are taking shape will accelerate their formation. So write them down and then look up what they mean. Take note of the numbers you're seeing, of the animals you're seeing, of the messages you're hearing. What signs have you noticed that say, yes, this is the right way? What things come easily for you? Why is that? How could you use that same sort of, I know it's coming, faith in another area of your life? How are you cataloging, sharing, or tracking the serendipitous opportunities that come your way? And then we have you are living poetry 32, which also equals 5. Your unique essence, your poetic expression, sacred resonance with the world, freedom, euphoria, blessings, full creative flow. What's your personal brand of expression, sacred creator? Are you allowing it to shine through all the things you think, do, and say? You are living poetry, and your unique rhythmic nature reflects a soul story, a resonance, and a signature of verses that are all your own. As the breathing, moving, changing expression of the divine, how are you showing up in your own story? How do you express yourself in the world? How you express yourself in the world, where am I? Allows your energetic light to shine fully or not. It's time to interact with your life in a way that reflects the most luminous parts of your nature. If part of your poetry has been hiding beneath the painful scars of a past memory, or if something is getting in the way of your full creative contribution, Get curious about how these experiences, those past fears, worries, and guilt could actually help you to better understand your gifts and your ballad. Look at all of it, share it, transform it, and make it your expression of self. Your expression of self a prerequisite for what comes next. In the radiant poem of your life, it's who you are, and it's how you heal yourself and the world around you. What color is your personal poetry? How does it make people feel? What sort of beat would it have if it were music? What would make it happiest? How can it best be used to inspire and heal the world? And it's on page 69, if that's symbolic to anyone. Anyway, Spirit's telling me to get one more. So let's have a look. What do you need to hear? Let's get another one. We have Fierce Serenity on the bottom. We have Bravely Market Your Magic. 39. So, first thing I want to say is it came out in reverse. And I'm not calling anybody out, but I'm going to read this reversal message just in case you resonate with it. Hiding who you really are. Guilty. Not now, but back then. Copying someone else instead of sharing your own essence. Fear of failure, imposter syndrome. So you will probably go through imposter syndrome. You probably have before about something. Fear of failure. Fear of failure is the #1 killer of dreams. I read that the other day, and it's the truth. Fear of failure will stop you from going after your dreams. And you could either have fear of failure and do nothing and fail anyway, or you could have fear of failure and put yourself out there and try. Do you know what I mean? Like, by not doing it, you're failing anyway. By listening to that fear, in a way, you're failing at your whatever. Does that make sense? Anyway. And also, this hiding who you really are, copying someone else instead of sharing your own essence. I see people doing this all the time. Is imitation the greatest form of flattery? Sure, that's what they say. But if you are imitating someone else, if you are copying someone else's, I don't know why I'm saying these things, but like if you're copying the way they deliver their message, or the way their setup is, or the way they do this, or the way they do that, or the type of thing it is, you're not going to reach the people you need to reach. You're going to reach the wrong people. You're not going to call in the people you're supposed to be calling in. And that's what I tell you friends about, when you copy someone else, you're pretending to be someone else. You're going to call in people vibrationally matched to that person. You're not going to shine. Your light isn't going to shine if you're imitating someone else's light. It's so important to be yourself. And others notice, others notice when someone else is imitating someone. People notice that. At least I do. And I think that you'll be so much more successful if you don't imitate anyone else and you are your true authentic self. Anyway. Bravery, honesty, taking a leap of faith in your advertising, showing up as you and only you, sharing your essence with the world. Don't market anybody else's magic. It's you that's magical. You don't need to pretend to be anyone else. You're great as you are. What biz or life project are you working on that you feel compelled to courageously cast out into the world? Spiritual misfits, philosopher poets, soulpreneurs, and creative catalysts bravely market your magic. It is your gold, and as gold, it is fascinating and compelling, and people can't stop looking at it when it is shining from the heart. When you draw back the curtains and expose the true colors of your soul, it is blindingly brilliant and beautiful. BBB, I was hearing Bears beats Battlestar Galactica, or whatever the order that it's supposed to go in. Make no mistake, someone out there is looking for what you're offering, and that's exactly what I was saying. By being your true authentic self, you're calling in the people that are waiting to see your light. You made a soul contract with a bunch of people, And you said to them, just like I did, hey, I'm going to shine my light, and that's going to be the beacon for you to find me. And I'm going to guide you. And you can only do that by shining your true, authentic light. There's a bunch of people out there waiting for your beacon, waiting for the light to go on, waiting for that lighthouse. I'm not even kidding. Anyway. When you draw back the... I already read that. And they will be thrilled to find you when you are honestly sharing your unique magic. Unveil your weird, your wonderful, and your quirky. Yeah, baby. It's normal for it to take a few years to find your way and build your dreams, so don't be so hard on yourself if normal happens. Have patience and faith, even when it feels vulnerable. Share of yourself honestly and always put your soul into your message. Not sure how to share your message? Your unique essence and humanness is the right place to start. So being your authentic self, you know, speaking from an authentic place, not imitating anyone else. Not giving messages that, you know, you think people want to hear, but speaking from the heart. It's reminding me of one of these cards was talking about where your magic lies is within your own story, within your past, within your tower moments, within your heartache. Someone needs to hear your story. Someone's going to resonate with your story. And that's how so many people turn their past and their darkness into love and light and share it with the world. This morning I was watching a creator that I follow that's transgender, and he was making music about how if he could go back in time, how it would be different for him. Or it was a song about growing up transgender and wanting to go back in time to, you know, live your childhood days as your authentic self. And by sharing that vulnerable piece of him, he was reaching thousands of people. Like, that's what draws people in. Authenticity, realness. And to me, those are the real superstars and heroes of the world, in my opinion. Anyway. Where was I? So many creators start their journey from a place of total passion and authenticity, and then slowly move their brand towards something they believe to be more of a sure shot. Guilty. Not that I did it in a huge way, but let's just use photography as an example. When I first started photography, I was into lifestyle photography, very like candid, don't look at me. I don't like looking at the camera. I didn't like making anybody else do it. And then over time, I found that people wanted more posed shots. So I started being a more posed photographer, and it wasn't as fulfilling for me. It wasn't lighting my soul up to do posed photography. And then even with this, I started off being kind of authentic, and then I hit my authentic stride, and then I started listening to negative comments, and I slowly started changing the way I was doing things to appease those negative comments. I started, you know, listening to the comment section. We don't want to hear about counterparts, so I stopped doing counterpart readings. We want to hear about new love, so I started doing new love readings. And guess what happened? It wasn't fulfilling me, and my energy exchange with people started going down. Like, the people who were listening to me weren't listening to me anymore. Does that make sense? It wasn't very drastic, but it was something that I noticed. It's not like my channel went, you know, like I lost a bunch of people or anything. But I noticed, and I even had other people notice it, like, you seem different. It seems like you're trying to appease others, and that's not your true authentic self. So I stopped doing it, and I started doing, you know, much better. I started finding my light and my sparkle again. But that's what this card is talking about. This is going to cut me off. What is your magic? What have you been hiding? What is missing in the way you express yourself online or in person? So, let's go to an next part. I'm just gonna get one of my favorites, the Animal Apothecary, to see what needs to go with this message. Maybe it's this one. The last time I did a reading with you Soul Tribe people, this was on the bottom and I never read it. And I haven't touched this deck since. And I still remember that reading where I saw this and I didn't read it. And it says, get out of your chicken head. So I might read it right now to see if it resonates with you right now. It's on page 37. But like yesterday, the reading was all about getting out of your head, you know, not listening to that little anxious voice in there. So let's see what this says. When you cut off a chicken's head, a burst of electricity runs through its nervous system, causing the chicken to run in circles and flap its wings. This is symbolic of the intrusive and obsessive thoughts we think and allow to run circles around us, even though they rarely hold any real basis or truth, real basis in truth. Chicken head's medicine appears when it's time to put an end to the chicken in your head dictating your life. I knew I had to read this one. Witness the thought and understand you have power over it. Your power is to know that it's just a thought, and if it minimizes you, it's not true no matter how real it may feel. If it makes you feel less than and powerless, then there is no way it's true, because you are quite literally a scientific miracle connected to the infinite, ever-expanding universe. It's on page 85, and I was saying 8s and 5s could be symbolic. Chicken head medicine asks you to take a big sigh of relief because whatever is currently keeping you in your head will work itself out. You are safe and you will find the solution, and the issue will resolve itself. Whatever you are currently dealing with is for your own greater good, no matter how much the chicken tells you it's not. In fact, chicken head's medicine brings an exciting confirmation. If you are dealing with a current situation that feels disappointing, and has you obsessively thinking about it, you are being asked to understand that this difficulty had to happen to lead you to what you truly want. For whatever reason, there is a lesson being learned, and in learning this lesson, you will lead yourself to what your heart desires. Chicken head's medicine demands you get out of your own head right now, because everything is going to work out. So get out of that head. Get out of that chicken head. So let's see what you need to hear, my friends. I don't know why I cut the deck like that. You see what I cut open to? Of course I did. I'm not going to read it. This one makes me cry. Nourish your shadows, my friends. If you've been not nourishing your shadows, give your shadows a drink of water. Because your diamond, that's where your diamond lives, is within your shadows. Gosh darn it, now I made eye contact with the panther jaguar thing. Jaguar. Sorry guys, I'm going to read it for those of you who haven't heard it. I can't not. I said, I don't know why I'm doing this. And I don't believe in accidents. I said, I don't know why I'm cutting the deck. And that's what was on the bottom, so I got to read it. Jaguar represents the shadow, the subconscious parts of aspects of ourselves we push away. Carl Jung says these aspects usually stem from situations we encountered as children that lead us to feel shame, unworthiness, and abandonment. We then live out these programmed beliefs as adults. Jaguar comes to speak to us about nourishing our shadow. In this image, we see her drinking from the well of wholeness. The well in this image, inspired by... I don't know how to say that. Analyst Marion Woodman, is our place of nourishment and absolute wholeness. Water is where all life comes from. Without it, we have no vitality. Many of us ignore and starve our shadow aspects because they cause us so much pain. We push them away and deeply criticize them. We chain our jaguar shadow and confine her to the furthest part of the backyard of our minds. She howls and cries for nourishment, yet still we ignore her. In her banishment, because of lack of love, her power grows as the master of self-sabotage. Ironically, if you would begin a relationship with her, you'd find that she is your greatest asset and leads to fulfilling your life's purpose. Funny that we instinctively banish her. Jaguar's medicine asks you to create a self-talk relationship with yourself and ride the wave of hurt within. Every time a painful feeling arises, you must now tell yourself, I'm right here to feel this with you. I accept this uncomfortable feeling and I will ride it out with you. If you do this, this emotion will always detox out and dissipate, leading to a much quicker healing. But you must be strong and endure the pain. Commit to riding the waves of emotion together within yourself. This is the nourishment your jaguar shadow requests. If you witness her, she will start showing you a new and indestructible power within. Your shadow is where your diamond lives. So let's shuffle one out. Now that I've read both bottom of the decks, let's shuffle one out. I don't believe in accidents. When I look at a card, I know it's for a reason. When I weirdly cut a deck, I know it's for a reason. What is this? We have inner conflict resolution, and we also have unknown gift. Beautiful. And we also have just trust. Just trust in that manifestation. 32. 32 came out twice in your reading. Look up what angel number 32 means, please. Just trust. Excuse you. Bless you for whoever just sneezed in my house. Just trust in that manifestation. Remember what I tell you about manifestations. And I'm not good with this either. But if you take that seed out of the ground to see if your manifestation is growing, you're deterring the process. So it's kind of like, you know, to plant that seed and then let it grow. Ignore it, you know, try to ignore it as best you can. So Spirit told me to read these two. I might have to get my charger. We'll see. Oh, I opened right up to it. I opened right up to it. Magic. Venomous snake comes to speak to us about the ironic remedy of poison. The right amount of poison in our lives acts like a vaccine, allowing us to heal and build immunity towards a larger, deadly dose. This poison comes to us in the form of inner conflict, suffering, and self-sabotage. Oh, that sun is so bright. Hang on. Every great venture that you deeply yearn to manifest is met with agonizing inner conflict. When we are on our journey towards expansion and self-fulfillment, we will come face to face with an inner dialogue that tries to tear down our dreams. These debilitating moments of great mental anguish are put on your path for you to witness, learn from, and eventually overcome. They are quite literally the catalyst for your growth. Strange how we view these thoughts as holding us back, when in fact the right amount can act like a vaccine that allows us to create a certain type of immunity towards future obstacles on the journey of manifesting. Despite the inner agony, congratulations, this is all a normal part of the process in your leveling up. This is why Falcon brought her medicine to this card, because she heralds victory and overcoming your current obstacle. Acknowledge that this moment of discomfort is part of your evolution. This is a growing pain. Falcon and Venomous Snake combine their medicine to reassure you that the outcome is promising and that whatever conflict you are currently facing will soon dissipate. Take a deep breath in, release, and smile. And we have Unknown Gift, which is 41. Another 4. 41. Nightingale. The Nightingale card comes when you have a profound gift that you are currently not aware of. A great endurance of difficulties leads you to unveiling the diamond within. Remember the Jaguar card, finding your diamond. This card is a gem to receive. Feel honored. There is no other card that foretells such a bounty. This card is beyond your wildest dreams, and you possess it. Your gift is something that every cell in your body yearns to self-actualize. It is one of your most exciting and fulfilling purposes. This card is not about fixing anything or giving you the perfect solution or guidance to a current obstacle. You receive the honor of this card when grace allows you a small knowing that there is an as yet undiscovered talent within. It may take months or years to reveal this gift, and it is there, and it will come to you as clear as the noonday sun, something your truest self has always longed to actualize. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Nightingale's medicine has a special message for you. You are being asked to endure time and uncertainty, for you are still in the night season, little one. Soon you will understand, and you will be able to share your gift with the world. But you must wait, as there is a reason your gift's greatness needs time to actualize in the material realm. So this is for those of you who don't know what your gift is, who are watching me wondering, like, I have a gift, I wonder what it is. I wonder what my gift is. I want to do something with my gift. If you already know what your gift is, then it's time to start singing. Beyond this, it is too mysterious to explain. Please be patient. A reality of yourself beyond your current depth of awareness awaits you. Yes! Keep the faith. You have no idea how much the wait will be worth it. Get excited for the immensity of this gift within. It's big, very big. And the next card is Transformation, the Phoenix. So beautiful. So maybe there's, a transformation that you're about to go through where you discover this gift. Again, for those of you who already know what your gift is, just open your mouth and start singing is what I'm hearing. That message about waiting is for those of you who have no idea what your gift is yet, but you know you have one. I knew I had one. I was the person that Googled, like, how do I find out what my gift is? How do I know what my spiritual gift is? How do I know? Anyway, it comes to you. And I always tell you guys, I keep mentioning Reiki. So I feel like for me, this card, is confirmation that I have another gift within me that I haven't tapped into yet. Just like we all do. Anyway, that's what we're getting with those. So I'm just going to get you some affirmation cards now to end this off like I always do. Please say these out loud to yourself. If you want, you can write them down and like put them where you can see them. Just try not to let that chicken brain and that ego challenge these affirmations, because sometimes that's what happens is our ego tries to challenge the affirmation. Anyway. What do we need to hear today, my soul tribe? We have, I am part of the harmonious whole as we all are. I know I am one with all life. I am the beauty and joy of the universe, expressing and receiving. I am free and at peace. I am a free person living in a world that is a reflection of my own love and understanding. Lifetime after lifetime, I am a shining spirit, a beautiful life. That is beautiful. I am always safe. I am eternal. I will go on forever, from experience to experience. Why do I feel like tearing up at that one? The one about being a light. I see myself healthy, whole, and living in a society where it is safe for me to be who I am and to love others. And I am in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. Isn't that what one of your cards said, that you were at the right place at the right time? Beautiful. Let's just get a few more. Oh, you wanted to fly off the radar here. I release all feelings of negativity and guilt. We create habits and problems to fulfill a need. When I can find a positive way to fulfill the need, I can release the problem. I am at one with everyone on the planet. Every time I meditate or do a visualization for healing, I am connecting with like-minded people all over the world. Beautiful. So I'm just going to get this top one. Spirit told me to. I release all blame and turn within to seek the truth. I affirm that I am willing to release the causes and patterns in my consciousness that are creating any negative conditions in my life. There's some 15 like devil energy that I'm picking up on in some of these cards. So maybe you still have some, some shadows that you're working through, or some codependencies, or some negative. I heal from past relationships so that my future partner can meet the best version of me. That's your affirmation. As I'm talking about devil energy and shadows and healing. Sign. For those of you looking for love. That was interesting. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here. I'll clean up after you're gone. I won't clean up while you're here. That's rude. No, I'm just kidding. But I will clean up after you're gone. But I'm sending you guys lots of love and light, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening. Make sure you're being nice to yourself and maybe make a list of 5 things you're grateful for. Just 5. Just 5. They don't have to be like big important things. One of them can be the soul tribe, that you're grateful for the soul tribe, that you're grateful for your own self, even your own light. And make sure to, say a few nice things to yourself before you go to bed at night. I do some reflecting just before I go to sleep, and I, speak to my guides. But I always tell you guys to tell yourselves that you love yourselves. It's very important. Anyway, I'm sending you lots of love and light, and I will see you tomorrow, my besties. Bye.